Flu is responsible for an estimated 13,006,600 deaths in this season, according to the CDC most recent flu wave report.
Hi everyone. Nowadays we all know the climate change is the most important topic in the world, and most of the people in the world are very serious about the climate change. And in Indiana University, Bloomington, at the Central Gate on campus, there are a group of people have the slogan about the climate action now.
In recent time, Chinese international students worried about new policy about visa limit from the U.S. government. Some of IU Chinese students also face to the visa problems. If you want to get more information about Chinese students' visa limit, you can get more news stories online. Indiana University Bloomington welcomed thousands of children, families, and educators to the Bloomington campus for the Science Fest last Thursday. If you are interested in the Science Fest and want to get more information, you can search about this in IDS. Now come back to you. Mayor Humenton says it is a big issue. How do we protect our planet and make sure everyone has a part to doing that? The mayor, environmental experts, and community members met to discuss it. One of the groups proposed making more bike lanes to encourage green transportation. The city will hold more public meetings with the community to discuss climate change solutions.
Hi, welcome to the IU Newsnet. I'm Catherine Fan. Our news team is now working from home, and home is across the country and as far away as Taiwan. Today, I'm anchoring from my home in Bloomington. First, an update from campus. Students who still have lines in campus dorm now have a little bit longer to move out. IU Newsnet Kendall Yankowski has that story. Thanks, Kendall. Some Chinese students who are still in Bloomington, like me, are getting some help from the Chinese consulate in Chicago. They have assembled the health packs for every Chinese student who wants one.
Climate change has ravaged Indiana through increased temperature and annual rainfall. Dogs are our friend, and we always feel happy with dogs. Just crossing the street and go straight a little bit, you can see another specialist scene in this Versus Festival, Lily Library. Public transportation, controlling greenhouse gas emission, housing patterns, all a part of mitigating climate change in Bloomington. The mayor is proposing about 0.5% income tax increase, expected to raise $8 million annually. Taxes would go toward a sustainability investment fund for the city and country to combat climate change. Climate change has ravaged Indiana through increased temperature and annual rainfall. Creating a diverse economy, having equal access to reserve for everyone, and protecting natural resources are the main goal, and some say the entire community has a stake in it.
We need to react to well, not react to, but plan for those impacts, as well as make sure that we're doing our part as a community in the global effort to solve this problem.
Attendees broke into groups at the end of the meeting to brainstorm ways to invest the fund raised by the proposed tax.
There's a lot of spaces.
And it will impact the lives of people living today, as well as our children, grandchildren, and generations into the future. I am a father. I have 4 children, and I care about the world that they're going to grow up in.
And I really worry about my family in Wuhan, things like they cannot go outside because they are worried about to get these virus.
One of my distant relatives got this virus, and so I'm very worried about them.
Yeah, I'm somewhat concerned because my son goes to school with a lot of international students, and I don't know what the exposure is really. How many students have parents who've traveled back and forth from China.
Not incredibly worried. I kind of feel like we tend to have those kinds of things under control, at least because it hasn't hit such a widespread amount of people that we probably have time to come up with viruses and strategies to try to combat it. So I'm not too worried.
The new center brings faculty and students together to pursue research in the field of quantum science and engineering.
There's a bunch of efforts going on campus that are related to it, but are not really working together in a way that could have the largest impact. So the center has really been brought together to try and provide the focus for those efforts to really start making an impact on the national stage.
IU experts say quantum science and engineering is the future of the communications, computation, and cryptography. The center director says he has the same goal that every scientist has.
I mean, of course, and as scientists, our goal is always to improve the life of people in different ways.
The research activities focus on the heart of remarkable new technologies, including quantum computation, quantum cryptography, secure communication, and high-precision measurements. Each student have their own work in this research and works tirelessly in this noisy laboratory. The students working on the research say they are excited.
I think it's interesting, and it's really exciting that here in Indiana we can make quantum superposition.
Reporting for IU Newsnet, I'm Catherine Fan.
Big thing we talked about in our class is creativity.
Despite a day-long heavy rain, the IU Science Fest attracts many kids and families on campus. In Jordan Hall, Plant Get Sick 2 was the most popular biology desk in the Science Fest.
They are getting to interact with the public and interact with lots of kids and families.
Kids had lots of questions about natural science. Professor Ines and his assistant always patiently give them plain language answers.
Oh, terrible. It's awful. You guys have...
Events took place over campus, including Jordan Hall, Chemistry, Swan West, as well as other departments within the College of Art and Science. Greenhouse was also a very attractive activity for kids. Wow, look at this very fantastic stuff here. And today is Indiana University Scientific Feast. And here is Jordan Hall. There are many kids here and they are very enjoy these events. They have fun here. They love these fantastic stuff.
I think it's really cool and I think it's really interesting. I really like learning about that kind of stuff and about different kinds of bacteria and stuff.
Designed to showcase different scientific departments, Science Fest connects IU to Bloomington community by giving children the opportunity to meet real scientists and getting some first-hand experience in their fields.
Kids are natural scientists. They want to know how everything works and why it works and what's going on, and this is it's the best time to really nurture that spark of inquiry is when children are young.
This year, Science Fest worked with the Center for Rural Engagement to sponsor about 100 middle school students to participate in this event.